Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Truth Report for this January 11th, 2017. Well, we're awaiting the inaugural of President-elect Trump and watching closely all of the exciting events that are taking place as we anticipate that, especially as they relate to Israel. Because Trump has made some pretty profound statements, and if he keeps them, it's going to be a total change in culture and atmosphere with regard to Israel. If he moves the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, if he questions the whole feasibility, the workability of the two-state solution, which he has done as his people on his transition team. But I think this week, this coming Sunday, the 15th, is going to be telling. They're holding a peace conference in supposedly a peace conference, I'll put that in quotes, in Paris. And they're going to be deciding whether Judea and Samaria are in fact occupied areas, and East Jerusalem, including the Old City, where there are dozens of Christian churches in the Old City. Are they going to say that that belongs to the Palestinians? That's what the UN resolution did recently. And the United States abstained in a vote for that, which was a vote for it, actually. And the question that comes to my mind, and amidst all of this, is this ever going to end? Is this nonsense of a Palestinian state with a distinctive Palestinian people, is this ever going to end? Is the truth ever going to prevail? I must say at this point, I am following the suggestions of Daniel Pipes, Professor Daniel Pipes, in a recent article that he had in Reuters, which he says this: the peace process screeched to an end in December 2016 when the UN Security Council passed Resolution 2334. And that's what I referred to when the UN Security Council said that West Bank, Judea and Samaria, East Jerusalem, including the Old City, all the Christian sites in the Old City, that's occupied territory that has to be relinquished to the Palestinians. The peace process ended, Pipe says at that point. Here's what he proposes. I propose an Israeli victory and a Palestinian defeat. Clear victory, clear defeat. That is to say, Washington should encourage Israelis to take steps that cause Mahmoud Abbas, Khalid Mashal, Saeed Erekat, Hanan Ashrawi, all Palestinian spokesman leaders, and the rest of that crew to realize that the gig is up. The gig is up, and that no matter how many UN resolutions are passed, their foul dream of eliminating the Jewish state is defunct. The foul dream of eliminating the Jewish state is defunct, that Israel is permanent, strong, and tough. And after the leadership recognizes this reality, that is the Palestinian leadership, that Israel is permanent, the Palestinian population at large will follow, as will eventual other Arab and Muslim states, leading to a resolution of the conflict. I'm not sure there'll ever be a resolution of the conflict, but what we're seeing right now can stop. It can be stopped. And I support this proposal of an Israeli victory and a Palestinian defeat. Pipes goes on. Finally, the moment is right in terms of the larger trends of regional politics, that the Obama administration effectively became an ally of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Obama administration became an ally of Iran. They became an ally, not a foe, not an opposition, an ally. This scared the Sunni Arab states, Saudi Arabia at the fore, into being far more realistic than ever before, needing Israel for the first time. The Palestinian issue has lost some of its salience. its power, its grip, its importance. And the Arab conceits about Israel as the arch enemy has been to some extent abandoned, creating an unprecedented potential flexibility. For these four reasons, Security Council 2334, Trump, Netanyahu, and Iran, the moment is right to meet the new year and the new administration with a revamped Middle East policy, one aiming for the Palestinians to taste defeat, not a ceasefire. All of the wars that Israel has been involved in have ended in ceasefires. When their enemies are on the losing count, they call for the UN to call for a ceasefire, and they have a ceasefire. There's been no clear-cut victory and clear-cut defeat. That which the Germans and the Japanese experienced in the Second World War. That's what has to happen to the Palestinians. They must be decisively defeated. And only Israel will do that and can do that at this point. That's what I would propose. I'm in agreement with Dr. Pipes at this point. But whether it happens today, tomorrow, in the near future, or when it happens, God will be involved in it. And I'm reminded of the passage in Deuteronomy chapter 32. Yahweh will judge his people and have compassion on his servants when he sees their strength is gone. Their strength is not gone yet. When he sees their strength is gone and no one is left slave or free. And then there is divine intervention, unparalleled divine intervention. Verse 40 of Deuteronomy 32, I will lift my hand to heaven and declare, as surely as I live forever, Yahweh says. When I sharpen my flashing sword and my hand grasps it in judgment, I will take vengeance on my adversaries. And make no mistake, the adversaries of Israel are the adversaries of God. There is a clear connection. I will repay those who hate me. Those who hate Israel hate God. That's what the scriptures say. That's the connection, the vital, eternal connection that's there. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. My sword will devour flesh, the blood of the slain and the captives, the heads of the enemy leaders. Rejoice, O nations, with his people. Rejoice with Israel, his people. For he will avenge the blood of his servants. He will take vengeance on his enemies and make atonement for his land and for his people. That's decisive. That's a decisive defeat of enemies. It's coming sooner or later. Let's hope it's sooner, for that's the truth.